Greetings, everyone. This is Elizabeth, and we're throwing things all over the place. Don't mind me. I've gone and lost. I lost today, but that's okay, because we don't need it right now. How are you guys doing? LV Handcrafted. Hello, hello. You guys, I'm excited. We are hopping along today with Kendra's card challenge. Extra stuff. And by extra stuff, I mean like this. If you look right below my screen, I have my August 2024 color palette challenge. Now, the color palette challenge is pretty cool because if we're having trouble with colors, we can pop on over to Kendra's Patreon, pull up the color challenge, and play around with some colors. And you can make a card using the parameters, and then you can enter to win. Yvette, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. And Ramona and Debbie J. Hello, hello. T. Hello, hello. Dawn the Crafty Visage, how are you? Gloria L. Shanna Makes It, hello, hello. Shanna Makes It is next on the list, you guys. We will redirect right on over there. So I gotta get going. I gotta get going because I only have 45 minutes with you guys. But I think we can handle it. So my screen is a little bit different. We do have the color palette challenge right there. This is for August. You can enter once a month. So this month for August, those are your lovely colors. Aren't they gorgeous? They're really bright, aren't they? Not sure what to do with them? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Now, when you do the color palette challenges, they do not, N-O-T, they do not need to have the 15 card challenge. They don't need to follow a sketch. But I'm kind of going to follow a sketch. Kind of. So I pulled out sketch number 6 because this circle is a big circle I thought would look really pretty with a poinsettia. And for this particular one, we have the card base, a layering, and another layer. So there's a lot of color being used in this particular one. And that's what I'm liking about this. We've got the color, and then we've got our focal point. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm kind of going off of KCC number 6, Kendra's Card Challenge number 6. If you want to enter to win, you just got to follow the directions, you guys. And you can find the directions on Patreon. There is a Facebook group, which is in my link tree. Okay, there is a link tree, Chat with Sassy link tree. It'll take you to Kendra's Facebook page. It'll take you to her Patreon. And I think her website. I'll double check that to make sure we can get to all 3 places from that link tree. But I picked out my papers. So I wanted the shiny and I wanted the dark. And for me, they're both kind of similar. I know the one is a lighter, brighter green on there on the thing. So we're improvising. We're using this shiny one because the challenge says use some of the colors. It doesn't say you have to use them all, but we're going to be close. We're going to be close. So for this, we need our card base. And I have this really nice heavy-duty cardstock. I'm not sure where I got it, you guys. I've had it for eons. But we're going to make our card base this exceptionally nice cardstock, right? So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Look. Let's see if we can't get this bent. Get it bent the proper way. We're going to go ahead and use our bone folder because it's super thick paper. I should have used our bone folder to bend it in the middle, but that's okay. That's okay. Margie, hello, hello. Karen Hale, how are you lovelies doing today? Cards by Kendra. Hi, Miss Kendra. Hope you guys are all doing fabulous. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. I just got done doing a live. I wasn't nervous doing that, but I am nervous doing this. So we have our card base, and we can put a little white piece in there and decorate that up. So there's our card base. Then we've got choices. We've got our light blue, and then we've got our dark blue, and then our shimmery green. And I think we're gonna do the light blue with the green. So we're gonna cut this down to our next level, which on the sketches, the little black and white sketches, I love them. They tell you exactly what it needs to be. And on this one, it tells me that the layer piece is right here. So I'm going to cut that to size. So I need a 5-inch. Okay, so that's going to be 5.5. So 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so there's the layer piece. And then our shiny bit, apparently I've lost my big trimmer. That's all right. We'll make do. I just need a chunk of this. I need 3.5 by 4 3/4. See if we can't finagle this. We'll get this. 4 3/4. Like so. There we go. Ooh, look at that. So we've got our shiny, we've got that, and this is going right on there. So we've pulled that bright blue, the dark green, and granted our light green isn't very light, but it's shiny. So that's okay. But we do want to, I want to add another color because I wanted the space between the greens, but I don't think I want, or maybe I do. Because this is the poinsettia that I want to use. I think that'll be good. You know what? We're going to border the light blue with the dark blue. So we're just going to do one more layer. Can't have too many layers. That way there we get all the colors. We're going to use all the colors. Oh, let's get our guide back on because we're done being scary. Okay. So I'm just going to do a sliver of the dark blue. Just because I pulled it out, why not use it, right? So we're not going to go quite to 4 inches. And then we're not going to go quite to, what was that? 5 1/4. So we're just going to go kind of in there somewhere. There we go. Look at that. Then we have this nice trim of blue. Stamper girl, hello. Okay, so we've got our card base with that lovely dark green that we picked. This card is going to be so many layers. There's that. Then we have that beautiful shiny green, which is going to be the backdrop for our poinsettia, and that is where the red comes in. So if you see, we've got our dark green, our light green, our light blue, our dark blue, and then we're going to pull in that red. Now, for me, I could not find the perfect red. So I just cut my poinsettia. Out of plain Jane white. And we're going to bring in the red. Oops, not that one. Not that one, though. We're going to grab our red brush for our special red. Crimson by Rainbow Splash, you guys. Watch how quick it is to make our own paper. Oh yeah, look at that. And we have just made the perfect red for our color palette because I knew I knew this was going to be gorgeous, and that's where it's at, right? Look it. Isn't that pretty? Ugh. And of course, if you don't have dies, you could use a stamp, you know, a stamp and fussy cut, a poinsettia, any flower. This project would be good for any flower. But, you know, we need we need Christmas cards. So I thought, 'tis the season to do poinsettias, right? Look at that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The Rainbow Splash is a very juicy ink pad, so you don't need, I mean, just a tap. Just a tap gets our color in there. Look at that. So gorgeous. Oops. It's very juicy, very juicy. It will stain your stick mats, okay? So be mindful, if you don't want your stick mat stained, don't do it on your stick mat. Knock on wood. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Okay, so there we go. All of those pieces that quick, we're all done. So we're gonna pull our poinsettia pieces right over there, right over there. We're gonna give this a quick cleaning because we've got a couple little pieces that we want to do in not this color. Color palette for Christmas, yes. Rainbow Splash is by Simon Says Stamps. The Paw People. Simon Says Stamps. But definitely a stainy, stainy color. The Rainbow Splash, when I was at Simon Says Create event, I was eavesdropping. I was eavesdropping. They created the colors, the Rainbow Splash, for those that are just getting into crafting and want a small color palette. I think there's only like 13 colors, you guys. And I only bought like 6 or 7 of them. I bought a small rainbow. Don't put that away. We need that. I'm not sure how these pieces work, but I did cut them. They're interesting little pieces. I haven't seen this die used before, but you guys, I don't know. We're gonna do orange. We're gonna do like an orange purple blend because I feel the centers need to be kind of brownish, and I don't have brown in the Rainbow Splash, so we're gonna make our own. Okay, we're gonna use purple and orange to make our brown. Okay, but to do that, we're gonna move these out of the orange because I don't really want to blend my purple, right? I don't want to put my purple brush into that, but we're gonna tap off a little and get some. There we go. So the purple and orange will make kind of a brownish color. So even if you have a rainbow, right, you can make your own colors. If you need a purpley blue, add some purple to your blue. You can create your own colors. But there's my centerpiece. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure how these centerpieces work. I would assume that the bigger piece goes with the bigger piece. But, yeah, we'll set that aside. Come here, you. And then we'll set this aside. We'll clean that in a little bit. Have yellow stamens. You see, I don't know. I love poinsettias, but do I remember what they look like? Nope. But mine are brown. Mine are going to be brown. So then all we got to do is put the card together. Probably put a lid on that so we don't stick our arm in it. Okay, so You guys, we did this so quick. So quick. 15 minutes. We cut our paper. We did the things. We're going to tape that down. We're going to start with this guy. A beautiful blue. Such a bright. And it's like, not like, it's a different kind of bright, right? They're nice colors. Rich colors. So even if you're following Kendra's card challenge, okay, you can add to it. We added to it. We did our layer piece as a 2-piece layer. We wanted to pull in a little bit of that blue for our color challenge. Although I can't get this centered because, yeah. There we go. There we go. And because this foily paper is kind of thin, if we put glue on this, we're going to see those glue lines. To avoid glue lines on thinner paper, we just use double stick tape. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some double stick tape down. Double stick tape. And a little down the center. You can always look at it. Yes, if you want realistic poinsettias and stuff, just Google it. Pull it up. They'll show you. They'll show you what colors there are. And if you muck it up, say like you did this and you mucked it up and you're like, I need to fix it. You can use a texture paste or something to go over the top of it. You don't even have to really recut it. Ooh, you know, we should do that. We should put some texture paste on that. I'm just saying. So we're going to drop our shiny green. And after this video, we are going to get redirected to Shanna Makes. And she's going to look at another side to Kendra's Card Challenge. Okay, Kendra's Card Challenge. The main event are the 15 cards. You do the 15 card sketches, you take your photo, you upload it, and you're entered to win. And you can do that a couple of times throughout this, once a month, but 3 months, right? So you can enter 3 times. But then we have the color challenge, which is right there, that beautiful August color palette, which we do a shout out to Sarah Renee Clark, who has those really awesome, the color box where these cards come from. So Sarah Renee Clark has, I don't know how she pairs with Kendra, but she's allowed Kendra to use these sketches or color palettes. Sorry, they're not sketches, the color palettes. Now, for a die like this, right, I cut extra pieces. I cut one big one. I cut a couple of the same, because you can build this up any way that you want to, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build this up. Color cubes. Thank you. Color cubes. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of glue, and we're just going to put it in the center. We don't have to glue all the petals. I promise. You don't have to. And then we're going to rotate it. Okay. Put a little glue in the center. Again, it doesn't matter which center. Rotate it so that the flowers stick up. Go to the next big one here. Put a little bit of glue in the center, because they're getting smaller. They're getting smaller. And then rotate it again any way that you want. Here's another largish one. Put a little glue on the back of that guy. Oh, this poinsettia is going to be ginormous. Oops. But we do need it to stay. Okay, and then, oh my gosh. This is a beautiful poinsettia. There we go. color cubes. Yeah, never feel dumb. Never feel dumb. If you're asking, so I don't know if I have those colors, and that's okay. And T says the August bonus printable has all of those colors, and that's another thing we're going to be learning in the hop. Okay, I think somebody's playing with the printables, but the Patreon for Kendra has so many fun challenges and goodies and stuff. Oh, look at that. You know, look at that. But it's looking a little plain. It's looking a little plain. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some lifting. Okay. Fluff it. Fluff it. We're going to fluff it up. Look at that. Just kind of hold it in the center and fluff it up. Fluff it up. Just like that. And again, if you want to enter the color palette challenge, you're going to go to the Patreon, read up on the info, right? And head on over to Kendra's Facebook page and enter to win. Look at that. We could have colored both sides, but you know what? It's okay. And then that. Ooh, look at that. But it's still looking a little basic. Let's fix that. We have time. We have time. We're going to grab a tart cranberry. Okay. We're going to push some stuff out the way. Out the way now. We're going to put this on a rag so I don't make too much of a mess. And then we're going to spritz it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, look it. Oh, that is so... Whew. You guys, look it. We just used a mica spray on there. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't that make it a little bit more lively? Oh my goodness. And you could ink some edges and stuff. I think that would have been good for us if we'd have done some inky edges. But I almost feel like we need one more big one. I'm feeling like it just could use another point right there. I have a few minutes. Let's get one more, okay? And if you guys are wondering, this is a Jillian Vance design. It was called Prized Poinsettia. But you can use whatever you have. Like, if you don't have poinsettia, maybe you don't like poinsettias. Maybe you like tulips or roses or something. You can definitely do that in for this design, right? You can put any flower you want in here. We're gonna grab another big one of these. Look how big it is. It's bigger than an A2. That it is. That it is. Because see, if we set this on here, it we have to turn it just right so it doesn't hang off. Okay, so we're going to be quick about this. We're going to add one more layer. One more layer. So we've got this. We're going to grab our red. We're going to grab our rainbow splash. Okay. We're going to ink the... Oops. See, our stick mat, I didn't clean it with the orange, so we're just going to take our time and get this. Here we go. We're gonna ink that right up, And we just need basically the tips, because most of this is going to get covered up anyways, right? There's that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then we're going to drop a little mist on there. Okay. Just like so. So it's all mystified. We're going to go ahead and pick this up. Ooh. Ooh, look, it's so pretty. And then we're going to clean our mess. Just like so. Whew. Ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da-da. And then we'll drop that on the floor because it's sopping wet. Oh yeah, see, look at that. Isn't that better? We're just gonna plop that right in there. So we're gonna add a fair amount of glue right in the center, and then we're just gonna drop this right on there, just like so. Okay, and then we're gonna figure this out. So I'm assuming if you don't use the smaller ones in the center, you would use the bigger one. So I don't think that's the one we're using today. And then for this one, I'm not sure. I don't know, but it looks kind of interesting like that. So we're gonna vibe with that one, right? So Rainbow Splash is Simon Says Stamps. That's where I got those ones. Yeah, Rainbow Splash is fairly new. It's fairly new. Simon Says Stamps wanted something for beginners that had a hard time picking colors, so they made a collection of colors, about 13. So it's only about 13 colors, but they are I think they're out of the line of, don't quote me on that part though, but Simon Says Stamps regular inks. I think these colors are in their regular inks, I think. Gotta go. Karen, thank you for popping in. Yes, Shanna will be next up. Okay, where was I? Oh, my paste. We wanna do some paste. And we're gonna do some Astro paste because it's got a little bit of glitter in it. Can't go wrong with the glitter. So I'm just gonna take my little palette knife and spackle some glitter on here. And I'm not doing this on my sticky mat at all because the glitter would be everywhere on my sticky mat. And I don't want that. I guess I could use my little finger tool. Okay, there we go. So when that dries, it's going to be a beautiful shiny bit. Don't go upside down though, please. It's sticking to everything because it's so small. Stay. Nope. There we go. And then we're going to get this guy. Of course, you could color your paper, put a little bit of texture stuff on it, and then die cut it. Just make sure your texture paste isn't too thick. Okay, if it's too thick, it will not die cut. And then I'll hit those with the heat tool. Put a little bit of extra back in there. The Astro paste, it looks a little murky, but that's just the base. The base has to get the glitter to stick. The base will dry. It does dry clear. You see that? Look at that. That's already dry. It's yeah, and it peels right off. Yes, Simon Says Stamp for the red ink. Elizabeth, Gloria has a great idea. Let me roll up to Gloria. Make the bottom one green for the leaves. Oh, we could have. We could have. We could go in and put even more in there and make them green for the leaves. Absolutely. Because poinsettias are leaves until they turn red, right? They're an interesting plant. I'm going to turn on my heat tool. It's not fully dry, but it's mostly dry. Cookie dough, lunar paste again this weekend. But look it's almost dry. It's almost dry. Look how shiny that is. That's going to be our centerpiece with this little guy here. And to make them stick together, I should have stuck it together while it was still wet. What can I do? Think. Glue might hold it. We're going to glue it. We're going to see if the glue will hold it. Hopefully it will. So we're going to put that in there. Right in the center of this. Because I'm not sure how this piece works. But we'll make it work, right? And then we're going to get a little pop dot for the center, just for some more dimension. Not like we need it, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a little bitty pop dot, because I have those. Little bitty pop dot. And then we're going to plop that right in the center. Maybe. Get that in there. Peel our back off right there, and then we're gonna plop this right in the center. And then my liquid glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried about that. And then we're gonna stand those little stamens up, because I feel like they need to stand up, right? So, oh my goodness, you guys, this is so cute. Okay. Totally could you benefit from coloring both sides of the stamen. Look at that. Look at that. So we have some shine from our Distress Mica Spray, which I used to Tart Cranberry. I used Rainbow Splash Crimson to match our red from the August color palette, because I didn't have a red paper that I was in love with. Yeah, and so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And that's pretty much dry, so we can set that there. And then our poinsettia. Look at that. And then we just figure out where we want it. And because this is slick, I know my glue is not going to stick to it. So we're going to, again, grab our tape. Okay. And we're going to tape the bottom leaf right on down. Okay. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to add some tape to tape our bottom leaf. Our bottom leaves, petals, the thingies. Okay. And this double stick tape, I tell you, it's some sticky stuff. Gotta love that. Okay, so we've got our double stick tape on there. We're going to peel away, peel away. 10 minutes, you guys. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I am going to go over the thing for the Kendra's Card Challenge one more time here. And as a reminder, okay, You do not need to use a sketch for the color challenge. Okay, the color palette challenge, you're not required to use a sketch. I'm gonna try and center this, and I'm okay if it sticks out, because we would just plop it in a bigger envelope, right? Because we don't want to bend all the bits. Okay, and then well, that was rude. I don't think it liked the paper, because we saturated the paper pretty good, so the paper was a little bit wet. That's okay. We'll just get a little bit of tape in here. We'll get that in here. We'll get it rolling, right? Make sure we cover up our spots again. Okay. And then we just lift these little doodads, because we flattened them out. We flattened them out when we turned it over. And we just do the lift. Do the lift. Okay, look at that. Look at that gorgeousness. And the little stamens. There we go. So there's that. Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that just gorgeous? So we kind of did follow a sketch, even though you don't need to. And that's because this just felt like what I needed. I needed something with some borders with my focal point. And that's what this sketch is. It's a lot of layers with a beautiful focal point. I omit the sentiment a lot of the times. I don't put a lot of sentiments on the outside of the cards. I like to leave them for the inside. In which case we do need to put a white piece on the inside. Like so. We trim that up, and then we'll have a nice writing area for that. Even if we were following for Kendra's card challenge, you're more than welcome to add to the things. So maybe if you wanted to use both the blues, okay, you can just modify the measurements a little bit. You could totally modify this bigger or smaller if you just want to make a little guy. But look at how cute. Look at how cute. That's basically what we did. And it could be a small focal thing. It doesn't have to be a ginormous one. But we had to go big. We had to go big, right? So this is the Kendra's Card Challenge, the the Color Palette Challenge. And I'm going to grab it here so we can enlarge it for you guys. We'll pull it over here, and then we're going to stretch that out, okay? And all you got to do is create a project using a combination of any of the colors below. Pretty cool. So just a combination of any of the colors below. It does give a list of what the colors are, like blood orange, royal blue, azure, Kelly green, and hunter green. So you can kind of look those up. I had my phone over by my paper, and I picked paper that was close. That's what I did. And again, we thank Sarah Renee Clark and the Color Cube for these. You can look up past color challenges in the Facebook group, right? You go into the Facebook group, you can look at what other people have done, and then enter your card into the proper slot. If you're doing the August, make sure you enter your card for August. Margie, I'm hearing of places I've never heard of in the past few days. It's great, right? I love it. I love learning new things. Okay, so let me shrink this little guy again. Shrinky dinkies. Okay, so there's our color palette. That's what we made. And all you gotta do is when you're on Patreon, we'll share the link here for you. Okay. So this will get you to Patreon to the exact color challenge area. And you just read up the show more info details. You do not have to use KCC Sketch. It can be any type of project, whatever products you like, as long as you're using colors from the monthly palette. So I used a Jillian Vance poinsettia, okay, and we kind of did follow a sketch though, but that's all right. That's all right. And then the winners are randomly selected and announced during the KCC monthly showcase. And if you hop over to Kendra's, she just did a live a little bit ago for some new winners. So you can definitely go over there and check that out. There's even a link to Sarah Renee's Color Cube, the color catalog, if you want to go see more about that. If you have troubles picking colors, you know. Neutral colors and metallics are like freebies. So black, white, browns, grays, those are neutrals. And your metallics are glitter. How many colors do you have to use? It doesn't say. It just says create a project using a combination of any of these colors. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I would say at least 3, because you got to do a combination. But if Kendra is here and heard that, maybe she can help. But here's a past one. This one was for July. So if you want to see what people did using this, you can hop on in there and check that out. Okay. Yeah, so isn't that gorgeous? And the color cube is really good if you're color challenged, like you're not sure what goes. Okay, so yes, any colors in the palette, but is there a minimum? Like in the challenge, can we just use the 2 greens? Or does it have to be all of the colors? I think that's what what's the minimum number of colors can we use? And then you guys, that's it. That's it. And I would love to see what you make. So definitely post in Kendra's Facebook group. And again, that is in the link tree down below for you. 2 minimum. 2 minimum. Haha, you gotta use 2. I challenge you to use 3 or more. Challenge! Challenge to use 3 or more. But yeah, so there a 2 minimum. Thank you, Miss Kendra. So we're gonna go hop on over to Shanna Creates, Shanna Makes. I'm so bad with the names. But you should get an automatic redirect after I end the stream. So I thank you for hopping along with us, and we'll see you at the next stop, and we're gonna see what else we can play with at Kendra's Patreon shop and all the fun things. Thank you so much, and have a great night, everyone.